Tuesday the 15th of December sees the arrivals of the first Syrian refugees. We began by asking the two key workers about the Syrian Vulnerable Persons Relocation Scheme.
Well, it's a scheme that's taking individuals who are very vulnerable from the camps in Lebanon, Jordan and Turkey and relocating them in parts of the UK. People are coming from Lebanon, they're flying in from Lebanon. We're not sure which camps they've been in, but I've been out in the camps in Jordan in the past weeks. And so they're very basic conditions. People get in the UNHCR will give them the basic provisions, but they've very little choices in their life. It's a very stark existence, and you can only imagine what it's going to be like in the winter time when snow and the cold comes. It will be absolutely intolerable.
It's really difficult to imagine what life has been like for these people. First of all, they've been in a conflict in a war zone in their own country. They've had to leave all their possessions, their jobs, sometimes their family and friends behind. They have moved to a refugee camp where they've been safe, with the hope that they would then be able to return to their home. But now many have been there for a number of years, and it's really their last resort to look to come to Europe. Coming to Northern Ireland is nobody's first option, but in coming here we're convinced they'll get a big Northern Ireland welcome. We will be welcoming 51 Syrians, of which 10 families, and they will be starting their new life here in Northern Ireland. So Red Cross is involved in supporting them over these initial first few days. The people are selected by the UNHCR, and they work very closely with the Home Office, and then they determine who will be coming here to the United Kingdom. And then there's been a strategic group under OFM-DFM and an operational group under the Department for Social Development that have planned the approach here in Northern Ireland. Humanitarian protection basically means that they're arriving here with the same rights and entitlements that we as citizens of Northern Ireland would have, and then after 5 years they can go on to apply to be a citizen of the UK. That stands different to the normal asylum route, in which people have to come here and first of all prove that they have a legitimate fear of persecution in their own country. That has all been done for them through the UNHCR, and now they're designated as refugees when they come here.
Obviously it's coming up to Christmas, so we're having to put things in place quite quickly, but people will be processed, they'll get support, they'll have a key worker who will help them through getting housing if children need to get into schools, to make sure that they have the health provision that they need.
The whole priority really is to support people to support themselves, so as much as possible we will be looking to enable people to move on with their lives, and we'll provide what support is necessary. So that could be a full range of support. Where possible we'll be trying to get people into employment, and the Syrians who have come here already through other means have a real hunger to work, and then obviously we'll have to look after their health needs, and coming from a conflict zone there could very well be longer term trauma. The other issue is, a large percentage of these people are children, so they will integrate in schools and very quickly, become new citizens of Northern Ireland.
Well, they'll only be in the Welcome Centre for a short time. They obviously need a venue where they're going to feel safe and secure, where they're able to catch up in their sleep after a long journey, and there's going to be a lot of sort of cultural differences they'll have to get used to. So we would hope within a week people will be in homes, in the communities, and begin to settle and move on to their lives. I think in Northern Ireland we have very small numbers of people coming here to seek asylum. A couple of hundred applications a year, it's tiny, and many people are entirely unaware that refugees and asylum seekers are here. So yeah, it has been helpful to raise the profile and to ensure that we can make sure that everybody who comes here gets a welcome and gets the support they need.
Everything that we have had has been positive, so we have had communications from people, what can I do to help? So people have offered to volunteer, people have sent us cash donations, people have sent us toys and clothes, and really there is being a real overwhelming level of support here in Northern Ireland, so that's really heartening for people, and hopefully that will continue when the Syrians actually arrive here in Northern Ireland.